Prince.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you want to take this time to say welcome whatsoever you are watching us. We want to say good afternoon, good evening, good morning from whatsoever you are this time. We want to say you are welcome to the Exchange Forum. This is the 1 hour 30 minute show brought to you by a group of panelists well seated here today to bring you happiness within the students community. So I want to say welcome. Today is another edition of our show. On today's show, we will be talking about career counseling or career building. So today, we'll see that our panelists, Harriet Morva, Prince Duo, Siaden Kwane, and Elijah Dennis. So we are coming to you live today on Facebook. Prince will be handling the show for today. So Prince, the podium chief.
All right, thank you very much. And I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to all of our panelists, all of our listeners, and our viewers out there. And today is one of our regular show, the May edition of the Exchange Forum. And for today, our subject for discussion is predicated or centered around career development, career prospect, and achievable goal setting. So, by the virtue of that, we are going to have a cross-pollinated discussion where all of our panelists going to give their view as it relates to career development, career building, how one can build a career, how one can get themselves getting those career dreams or those career goals that they have wished for over the period of time and over the years. So with that, we have Harriet, Elijah, and Todala Siaden who's going to come later. But not to waste a lot of time, we're going to take our sister Harriet. Harriet, can you please unmute yourself and give us a brief introduction of you?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my viewers and panelists. My name is Harriet Lopu Modba. I'm in India presently studying my BS in nursing at KNR University.
All right, thank you very much. We just listened to the voice of Mrs. Morbach, and she's one of our panelists. She's going to be giving you a deep, deep insight of career development, and achievable goal setting. So now we're going to take our brother Elijah Dennis. Elijah, can you kind of introduce yourself, tell us where you from and what you actually studying out here?
Okay, thank you very much for affording me the time, Prince. The name remains Elijah Dennis, currently in India reading pharmacy education and research at the Kakatiya University. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was the voice of Elijah, and he just did a brief intro of himself, his field of study or specializations. So we're going to take Sianen. Sianen, are you there? Can you kindly unmute yourself and give us a brief introduction of yourself, please?
Thank you, Prince. Greetings to all my viewers out there, our followers. I want to say hello. Uh, I remain Sianen Pana, a librarian, currently studying in India. I'm studying at the Gate University, Odisha State. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was the voice of Sianen, one of our panelists, who's also going to be discussing the topic on a discussion that has to do with career prospect or career development. So, with that, I would like for us to start with our sister Sianen. Sianen, what do you make up? When you hear the word career development, when you hear the word, career goals, right? Career objective. What do you make up? Based on denotation, how can you redefine or define the phrase career development?
I will first say the definition of a career is an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. And also, I would say career is a long term professional journey you may determine based on your passions. And also, uh, yes, I will stop here for now.
Yes, okay, from your definition, basically you spoke of a long-term goal, right? So now, in your own, analogy, in your own understanding, right? What do you think can serve as the basic necessity or bedrock through which an individual can achieve a sustainable career path? What do you think? Can you please draw through and give us a basic, analysis of that?
Please repeat yourself.
Yeah, from your definition, I actually capture, a future plan, right? So based on your own denotation of career prospect or career development, you spoke about a future plan, right? Or a future goal or objective. So now, what are those basic fundamentals that one needs to do in order to set and achieve those goals in line with their career preference or prospect? See, Alain, are you there? All right, I think Seattle is faced with some, probably it might be electronic gadget problem, or she has issue with her network. So we're gonna turn to our sister Harriet Morgan. Harriet Morgan, we are discussing career. So tell us, what do you have for us? What basic information or education you have to provide out there to young high school kids or young people as a whole when it comes to choosing a very good and sustainable or successful career choice?
Yeah, when we talk about careers, you guys are hearing me. When we talk about career, first of all, you have to set your goals and you have to identify how you will achieve them. So, career is long term and short term. Like, first of all, if you really want to know your career, you have to know your skill, what you good at, what is your confidence. Then you have to assess yourself or do self-evaluation. So in doing self-evaluation, you know your weakness, your strength, your skills, and your knowledge for you to achieve your future goals in your career. Okay, because when we talk about assessment, in doing that assessment, you have to ask yourself some question. What am I good at? If you know what you are good at, then it will serve that basis for you to know which career to pursue. Then you say, what is my weakness? If you know your weakness, okay, take for example, like you are not good in physics or you are not good in history, but then after high school, you want to do course that related to history, you'll find difficulties in doing that. It will become setback. That's why you see people do change of career in future. So instead in doing that, know your strength, know where you lie before going to pursue your career. Okay, take for example again, in self-assessment, know, ask yourself, am I good at leadership? What gave me that strength to be good at leadership? If you're not good at leadership, don't go for a career that will give you the opportunity to become a leader. It will become a failure for you. So before you say, okay, let me go for this career, you have to ask yourself few questions. If you answer that question, you know your skill, you know your interest, you know your value, then you can go for that career. Okay, for example again, self confidence. Okay, if you believe or you feel that you are good at certain place, it will give you the edge with confidence to do it. So if you're not good at that place, you don't have to go and pursue your career in medical area. It will become a failure. Okay, let me just say, take for example, I want to do medicine, but I'm not good at medicine. I'm not good at medical aspect. But because my family want me to do medicine or to become a family doctor, I will go ahead and pursue that dream. It's not my self-identification. I not identify what am I good at, what is my strength when it comes to medical aspect, what is my weakness, what the kind of life I want. If I'm good at communication, what I want in my career goals, nothing like that. Because of my family, so I decided to do medicine. So it will become a failure on my part. Okay, for instance, in India, before you go to medical school, they call it intermediate. So from 10th grade to 12th grade, if you are good at science courses, you go only for science courses. If you are good at reading, you go for only reading courses. If you are good for accounting, you only go for accounting courses. So that will set a good path for you to select your career goals for the future. So I say, like for Liberia, okay, in Liberia, we like from 10th grade to 12th grade, you will do like 11 courses. In our 11 courses, you won't study everything to pass. So you won't focus on your specific area to like becomes in future. So you like say, okay, let me just pass all this course to just finish your high school, and without any career decision, then you go and pick up any subject. You'll see a lot of people will become probably okay for Liberia health sector. You see, majority of the nurses only doing nurses because they feel like that area is a vital area, like job opportunities. So they just going there because they want job. Nurses and nursing is fast area to get job. They just going there to do, but they not really sit down and say, oh yes, what am I good at? What makes me happy? What will become of this, what I enjoy in doing this. So for me, I say, if you want to become someone better, or if you want to select your courses, you have to self-examine yourself or do self-evaluation. Okay, we come to the we come to like self, and it will help you again to leverage opportunities. Like if you choose your career good, it will create opportunities for you. So like if you can do certain job better because you set that goals, you select your career better, then you will like have that opportunity, because these days there is a lot of opportunity and people want people that capable of working, that have that potential in them. So for now, I stop here.
All right, thank you very much. That was the voice of Harriet L. Morba. And she spoke of a couple of things just to highlight some. She spoke of skill self-assessment, long-term goal setting. So basically, she said these are all prerequisites towards, achieving a good and sustainable or successful career out there. So with that, let's get a say from Elijah. Elijah, when it comes to the entire topic on a discussion, career, career, career. By the virtue of fact, all humor. right? One or the other, you ought to choose a field of specialization. So, what do you think? What are the necessary steps or procedure through which an individual can achieve his or her career? What do you have for us? Let's hear from you, Elijah. Elijah, can you please unmute your mic? Can you please unmute the mic?
Okay, thank you. I think I'm much better now. Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you on the subject career counseling or career planning, right? Uh, in respect to the questions, what can one do to actually get a good career? There are so many things that surround an individual figuring out on the quote unquote as what is best for them for the future, right? Uh, it's not that you you go to school for the 16 years, you go to school for the 4 years, the 5 years, and it make you to be a good person in a particular area. One thing you have to identify here is the passion, the passion you have for that particular subject or that particular field of study. So coming with the passion, passions will help you do anything humanly possible to actually navigate through anything. So that's one. The person should identify as to whether what he or she trying to go for, they have passion for that. That's the first thing. Following passion, the person should also understand as to whether uh, they are capable of actually let me add more say they are capable of actually underwriting the challenges that comes with what they are trying to go for. So there are so many things that are embedded in when it comes to an individual achieving his or her career. So, like I mentioned, they need to get a passion for what they decide to go for. One, they need to understand the challenges surrounding that. They need to actually learn from experience. What do I mean? If I want to become a medical doctor, right, and maybe in my community or at my university or let's say my grade school level, right, I have to go around people who are specialties in that field, who are specialized in that field. Ask them, what are some of these things that are relating to this and how this work? What are some of those things are expected to actually be seen in that field? So I'm sure with some of these things, it will help young people, who determines to become somebody and career driven can achieve exactly what they want in life on the quote unquote. Prince.
All right, thank you very much. We actually listened to Elijah Dennis, and he actually spoke suddenly. So, Elijah, I captured a couple of things from your discussion and your presentation. You spoke of passion that one, an individual that ought to choose a particular career path needs to be passionate about his choice, his career choice. And the second thing has to do with, you spoke of challenges, and the third thing has to do with experiences. Now, let's look at the issue of challenges, right? Because a lot of young kids out there, more young students are in high school. They have a definite mindset when it comes to certain career path. But looking at the enabling environment, looking at our country for a case study, right? There are a lot of challenges confronting them. So how do you think one can mitigate those challenges in order to achieve those career prospects?
Yeah, the first thing is to mitigate these challenges. Like I said, the person should firstly have passion. Once you have the passion for the entire process or the entire course of study, right, and your willingness, your visibility to what you're trying to go for. Once you want to go for something, you need to create time for it. You need to put yourself into it. You need to actually give it time and know that what you are going to is just what you want to go for, and it's just all that you need. So there are challenges. Probably if you enter the course of study, like in our country, most of the girls, boys are they are afraid of mathematics. So if I want to become an engineer, for example, if I want to become an engineer, understanding that engineers will come to a whole lot of mathematics. These are some challenges, right? I have to sit and look for books and research and solve some problems and a whole lot of things. So the only way you can overcome some of these challenges is you must have passion. Passion is going to help you to push you through everything. You must be waiting to accept and to stand up to task in every difficulties and every other things that comes your way.
All right, thank you very much. So he spoke of challenges, and he said one should be passionate because there's a saying that states, you cannot relinquish yourself from circumstances or challenges, but your ability, right, to continue on that ruffle footing. These are things that matter and count when it comes to achieving success. So that was Elijah, and he spoke. He was very much, elaborate in terms of his presentation when it comes to the aspect of career development. So while we were discussing, we just witnessed one of our panelists who just joined us in person of Mr. Moses Telewayo. So, Mr. Moses, you are wholeheartedly welcome to the May week edition of the Exchange Forum. And for today's show, we are basically looking at career development and career goal setting. So, can you please unmute yourself and just give a brief synopsis and introduction of yourself? From there we can continue our discussion.
Thank you very much for the recognition, Prince. And let me say hats up to all of you, the panelists, my fellow panelists who have gathered here tonight to discuss career path, basically about where people can study and what are those things that they have to observe, basically as it relates to choosing a perfect career path. So my name is Moses T. Delawayon, and I'm one of the panelists on the exchange, and it's always a pleasure being here to provide some information relatively to the growth and development of our society, of our nation, and with some extent, every individual that is going to benefit from what we have to discuss here. Thank you very much. I cannot pull my camera on because I am in a position where it's not okay now. I relatively to some technical problems, so I hope you guys can bear with me. But subsequently, I will do it, and once the technical issue has been solved. Thank you very much, Prince.
All right, thank you very much, Moses. That was the voice of Moses Tedowoyon, and he just gave a brief introduction of himself. He's one of the panelists. So if you are just joining us, we would like to say welcome, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, from whatever part of the world you are joining us from. This is the Exchange Forum, and these are things we do on a regular basis. And by the virtue of that, we always have our regular show 2 days or 2 times per week. Wednesday, the May week edition of the Exchange Forum, and to that of Saturday. So for today's May week edition, we are discussing about career development, achievable goal setting. So we're gonna go back to our sister Harriet Morba. Harriet, now this is it. Let's get a flashback of our country, Mama Liberia. What do you think needs to be done in order for children or particularly students that are of secondary education that within that range can achieve a good career building program? What do you think? What do you think actually needs to be done? What are those basic mechanisms that ought to be put in place in order for them to achieve a successful career path?
Okay, like I said earlier, before to get a successful career, you just have to sit, examine yourself, like examine yourself, know your weakness, know what you enjoy, because without passion, you can't do nothing successful. It will just be like you just doing it for the name. So to get a successful career, sit and examine yourself, plan your goals, do some research, do some research, like check out for the lifestyle you want to live, whether you want to live in the city or in a rural area, you just have to sit, examine yourself, because only you can sit and plan a successful career for yourself. Okay, like for certain countries, they have career planning goals. So if you want to become a successful person, because everyone in our country, okay, let's take for instance Mama Liberia, majority of the students, we don't have that idea to do what we know we're capable of doing. So we rely on our family to make decision for us. When it comes to career, people have to guide you in the process, but not making decision for you. So if you want to become a successful person in your career, I say you have to examine yourself. Know your weakness, that one fact. Know your skill. Know what you're good at. Know, get passion for what you do. If you get passion for what you can do, I tell you, you have a successful career. But majority of we the Liberians, we are having career that we want to change because we know we are falling short of certain things. We are not having that potentials that the career needs. So we are finding difficulty in getting our career to where we want it to be. So if you want to forget about all that problem, you have to focus like high school. That's the place you start to plan your career. So you will know what you good at. Like my brother said, if you want to become an engineering, you have to know math. You can dodge math. So you can be good at reading, then you go to engineering. It will give you tough time. They will become career failure. So you have to plan according to what you can do. You can go for career counseling to know your goals, because majority of us, we don't know what we want. We just enjoy like, okay, okay, since the play is popular, okay, IT, okay, let's go to the technology area. Say IT, everybody want to IT. Let me just do IT to fit inside, okay, that my career. No, you have to get a basic knowledge of technology. Then it will set the pathway for you to get a successful career. If you not get that basic knowledge, you won't get a successful career. Okay, let's just take for example some developed country. If you want to do nursing, after you finish with your 12th grade in Liberia, say now you finish with your 12th grade, you can volunteer. So now you interesting in nursing as a career, you can volunteer to get a passion, to know the basic aspect of career before you can go to nursing school. Then at least it will pave the way for you to be like smooth in getting every knowledge you want in your career. It will set you at highest opportunity for you, because you will like get every basic knowledge you need to get before going to even college. So before you say, oh yes, I want to become this, you have to set your goals, you have to know your skill, you have to know your weakness, you have to be interesting, you have to know your personality, have to know your value and the value of the job before you come to the financial aspect, before you even come to the salary. Because if you don't know all that things, you're gonna be going for the salary, and that's where you will like have problems in your career. You will say the person just go to school but she don't know what she's doing. That's what career failure comes. So you have to get that basic part.
All right, thank you very much. So, that was Harriet Moaba, and she actually spoke. She spoke her mind, and she spoke about key issues that one needs to take into key consideration before getting on that adventure, right? Of deciding on which career he or she should pursue. So thank you very much. So now, let's let's try to bring in Elijah. Elijah, Texas State, right? I have a question. Do you think career counseling can serve as a prerequisite course once you are in 10th grade in order to help students of class 10 to identify or rifle in a good career path? Because by the virtue of that, from 10th grade to 12th grade, by that time you should be able to make a clear determination of what type of career preference to adventure on, what type of career path that you want to get yourself involved with, and it is actually based on your strength. So do you think from class 10 to class 12, it should be mandatory that all school create career counseling as a prerequisite course?
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Prince, for that questions. Uh, Actually, the exchange. Want to say welcome again. Whatsoever you, I want to say welcome to the exchange. This forum is today topic career counseling, right? The exchange is going to embark on on a project. So today we're going to be talking on the surface of career counseling or career building. So with the question asked, and we're going to look at it in all different in all different directions. So one here is that uh, if we look at, I listened to all of the panelists very well. Everyone spoke about the topic under discussion, but to go in depth with the entire purpose of the show, I will take it from right there. That is in the entire process. If we look at Liberia back home, when most of us graduated, shall have graduated from 12th grade, going out there into various universities, colleges, and the list go on. We do not understand on the quote of code as to whether we're going to study economics, biology, or going to go for medicine or any other courses. So what's going to happen here is that if Moses Terawaya is my good friend from grade 12 all the way down there, down the road, is very good in economics and a very good and smart student, being my friend over a couple of time, and he decided to go and do accounting. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to join Moses in the process to go and do accounting with him as well. Not understanding my strength when it comes to the accounting courses. These are the things that happen, especially in Liberia. So you're going to understand that at the end of the day, students will either drop out of high school or either drop out of colleges or university because they don't have passions or they don't know what they are actually going to embark on. So it's going to be serious problems for them. Either the person is going to drop out or the person is going to change course from one course to another. It becomes serious problem. Now, if the person barely survive to complete the course, if they barely survive to complete the course either by hook or by crook, what is going to happen here is that it's going to serve serious problem. And these are some of the problems we see today back home. There are a whole lot of irregularities in the job sectors in our country, Liberia. Today, like Harry was speaking about the nurses. Today, if you enter more hospital in Liberia, our nurses are reluctant. Some of them only went to the course or to the field of study either it was imposed on them by their parents or peer pressure carried them there, or sometimes they don't just have the total understanding as what it takes to plan their career, what they really wants to do. It has been a very difficult challenge in our country. if like I think the viewers there can bear me witness. Liberia, the country we are from, do not have career counseling for young people, especially people from grade 10 to grade 12, because at that period, what happened is that this is the time you're going to understand the workforce. This is the time you're going to understand the reality of life. This is the time you have to decide what you're going to be faced with out there. But unfortunately, the country we're from do not have any process of career planning. So our young people will remain very confused after graduating high school. When they go out there, it becomes a serious challenge for them. And the challenge will not only be for them, it will be for the society as large, because we have irregularities in job. Someone will go and sit in offices. At the end of the day, they don't even know the job. They don't even have a passion for the job. At the end of the day, you see, someone will change course 2, 3 different times. So these are things that prompt the family of their change to say, look, we need to step in as young people. We need to change the narrative of the student community, right? So some of us suffer these things. So our brothers and sisters should suffer. We said no. So that's why we have come as a unique body, as family of their change, to organize a program called career counseling, so that our young people, our sisters and brothers who are coming out there can have an insight on what they are going to be faced with out there. Like you regularly stated, Prince, the program here will be for students from grade 10 to grade 12, right? From grade 10 to grade 12, these are people we are trying to bring the career counseling program for. So that as soon upon graduation from high school, they can have the clear understanding, the clear knowledge as to which course they are actually going to join to, what they are going to do. In other developed country, as we all know, as soon as the child is about to graduate or even enter 10th grade, like okay, let leave that and just look at India, right? In India, they have a system called the intermediate system. As soon as the child enter what we call grade 10, there's a division. Now, I understand Liberia is trying to practice just maybe 2, 3 years back. Liberia is trying to do that. Either you go to mathematics called the sciences, or you go to the art. In India, the students will be able to go for at least 3 years of intermediate. In Liberia, we say grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. In India, it's the same grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12, but we call it intermediate. Now, what happened in the intermediate is that if you are a science student, you only focuses on science for that 3 years. With that, there's a counselor. You're not only going to jump from there because you are in the science department, you go straight and go do engineering. No. In science, they can have so many related courses. So you have a counselor that's going to be telling you, though, yes, you are in the science department, it's okay, but you have to go for this, you have to go for that. So there are guardians. But unfortunately, in Liberia, we don't have that. If we have, I can say to the viewers, you can make a comment for us. We would like to cooperate with them as a family of their change, so that if it's not active, we can make it more active, right? So we actually coming to engage in career counseling, a program for young people. That's our aim of today's entire show, career counseling. So we've been talking like on the surface, so that you can understand what the word career is actually about. When we talk about career, what we're trying to say, what we're trying to portray to the young people, and how we intend to achieve. And I already tell you who are those people that are going to be benefiting from that, from grade 10 to grade 12. These are people that will be benefiting from the program we are going to launch here, that are going to be hosting for them. So I'm going to stop right here and then listen to my co-panelists who will come in with supporting views, and then from there we're going to tell you how we intend to achieve that. though there are challenges that come with it, other people may say it's a huge tax. We agree, we understand that, but we have to honor it. We have to go for it. For every effect, there must be a cost. There must be a cost. So if we look at the challenges, it's more, and we say, okay, because they have the challenges is more, so let's leave it. It will remain undone and undone forever. So I will stop there and listen to my co-panelists to come in and make that point on why we have decided to host a career counseling for young people. Then from there, we're going to tell you how we intend to achieve that career counseling for our young people back home in Liberia. Thank you, Prince.
All right, thank you very much to Elijah. He spoke about our official launch of career counseling in Vero High School. So, with that, this discussion, we thought of making it very much fruitful and interactive. So, we're going to open the phone lines to all of our followers and viewers out there. So, you can kind of ping your call through the numbers that you see on the screen to make your input. This is it. We are all young people, and one way or other, we ought to give back to society. So, how can we be a societal contributor? And that's why we thought to initiate the program of career counseling and achievable goal setting. So you can please make your call, make your input, and let's come up with something and let's have a fruitful discussion. So while we await calls from our viewers, Elijah, let's get back to you, right? You spoke of the official launch of this program. You laid the basis and you spoke to a few issues, affecting high school students and how we intend to implement it. So what are the basic startup point for our career counseling program, and who this program intended or intending to impact? So can you kind of speak to that shortly while we await calls and comments from our viewers out there?
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I said from the initial stage, this program is for the beneficiary of this program. We're trying to actually launch here today. Actually, the official launch of this program will be next week, where we're going to bring an expertise in career planning on this show next week. He's going to be speaking to us on cross issues and speaking to the Liberian people, speaking to the student community, how to actually plan your career. Like I said, Prince, this program we are about to honor right with definitely uh, this program we are trying to honor right here is directly going to benefit our young people. Students range from grade 10 to that of grade 12. Now, shortly, let me come there and tell you how we intend to actually host the entire process, or how the entire process is going to work. We, all of the panelists you see here today, we are people that are not currently in Liberia. We are all of Liberia, right? So we cannot tell you we're going to use the dual witness style, that is by going from school to school, from high school to high school, from village to village. It's not going to work like that. So the exchange have decided we're going to set a separate committee that's going to be working on that. We're going to send a letter across the entire country, Liberia. We're going to send letter to every counties in Liberia, to every high schools in Liberia. Now, with the committee that's going to be set up, we're going to have a Google form. Students will come on the exchange page and fill in the information with the Google form, right? After filling, the form is going to be in two separate ways. It's going to come in two separate ways. One will be students who are intending to join the science departments, and one form will be for students who are intending to join the art department. Because in Liberia, currently you have two set of high school students, people who are in science, and people who are in the art departments. So we're going to arrange the form in that manner. What's going to happen here is that if we have the first 50 students who have registered for the science department, we're going to open one group chat for them, be a WhatsApp group chat or let's say Messenger group chat, and place all of them there and feed them with information on a daily basis. Now, we're going to be hosting a live web seminars for them where we were going to bring people that have various expertise in various subjects to speak to them and teach them how to actually engage with their career, how to plan their career, how to go about choosing course. And if you choose a course, choosing a course is one thing, right? What are those challenges you're going to come across after choosing the courses? So we bring people to explain to them. We bring people to teach them. So upon graduation from high school, once we understand that, oh wow, uh, I'm going to do nursing. That's true. I have to do probably hemodynamics physiology. I have to do this. I'll meet up with this, and these are things that I actually going to meet in the nursing field. So the students will have a clear understanding on what they're going to be faced with within the identical departments. We've been linked with so many young people, so many talented young people around the world who have left Liberia, and they are doing pretty well. We're going to link with them, even professors as well. We're going to link with professors from Liberia, all of Liberia, from US, to run this program for us. And there is no fee attached. It's cost free. It's cost free. The only thing the student has to do is you go on our page, you register, and with all of the information that is going to be requested on the form. One, two, time for the web live seminars, you have to buy your own data to appear for the for the program. That's how we intend to run it. And after that, we're going to separate the after the first 2 to 3 uh, maybe presentation, and other people have decided to go in certain field. Then now we're going to separate them and put it in different field. So people who want to do engineering, right? We're going to put them in a particular field and assign somebody with them that will constantly have them reminded of some challenges, how they can navigate the course, what they can do to actually withstand the entire process. So this is how the exchange we are actually intending to run the entire program. So it's going to be interactive. It's going to be for our young people who wants to get back to the society. I always tell people the only way you feel that you are educated is the ability to give back. Once you have the ability to give back to the society, then indeed we can classify as an educated man. But coming on this platform, talking and going will do us no good. But we have to engage with the young people. So Harriet Sanen Pana, are you following the show? So the line is open and the number is painted there. You can call and have your say. Today we are talking about career counseling, or call it career building for young people. For our young people, you can the phone number is printed out there. You can call and have your say on the issue. Uh, so whatsoever you are following us, we say you are welcome. You can also comment. You can also make your comment. Your comment will be well taken on this forum tonight. We are talking about career building or career counseling for young people in Liberia. So, Harriet, that there's a program we are actually intending to honor right. So, what does it say?
Yes, I say it's a great idea because from where we came from, is a great challenge that we face in our country. So in doing that, it will help to pave and navigate the way for our fellow young people. So we don't have to be under pressure to do anything that we will do for our future, because career is all about our future. So we have to like set our own basis. So this seminar and the program will help our fellow Liberians to choose their career in a unique way that will help simplify everything they need to know about choosing a career or career planning, career developing. Is all about yourself. So I say, young Liberians, you all need to set our own goals for our own future. And in choosing our career will help our society a lot. Because for one fact, like for me, I'm in the medical field. And in Liberia, our medical field having too much loopholes because we want to just do things for family member or society or finances. So there's a there's a loophole in the health sectors in Liberia. Okay, like Liberian health sectors, the nurses, they are too arrogant towards patient. And the core of nursing or the ethic of nurses or nursing is to be empathic. You have to get conscience, you have to get sympathy for patients. You can be harsh on a patient when the patient is in such a condition. If you are hard on the patient or having so many things to say to the patient may be nervous, anxious, and the patient will be afraid of you. Because nursing is all about perfect communication. If you are lacking communication skills, like interaction with your patient, it will lead to like the person with withdraw within their self. If the person need to recover, that alone will make the person to be afraid, because you are not taking proper care of the patient, the way you interact with patients. And nurses have to know that for one fact. So in choosing your career, you don't have to choose career for anyone, but you have to have passion. So I think this program, and I hope this program will be beneficial to our fellow Liberians back home. It can take this as opportunity and work towards it so we can make a change in Liberia. We have to make a change. No one will do that. So our career is one of the important things we have to focus on to make Mama Liberia better. So you have to take this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Harriet. Harriet speak of irregularities in the health sectors because of maybe not having a passion for what you're trying to do. So, Moses, are you back? We are talking about career counseling and career planning program that's going to be launched by the exchange here today. Moses. Okay, we have a call. Let's take this person. Hello. Welcome, Ambrose White. Welcome to the Exchange Forum.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon to you guys there in studio. I've been following the show, and it's very interesting. You are providing good information there for students who have difficulty in choosing a career that they might be comfortable with in the future. I must commend you for such an educative show. But I have a question, and it has to do with this. At what stage in the life of a person or a student uh, they should consider on those factors or those things that need to be done in choosing a career? At what stage in the life of those students, like whether at the junior high level, at the elementary level, or at the senior high level? At what stage those students or individuals should be considering on choosing the careers, finding their attributes, finding their strengths and weaknesses? At what stage they should consider?
Thank you very much. That was the voice of Ambrose Y. If I may get his question, is asking at what stage uh, we should be considering students to actually be planning their career. Like at what age he is asking, at what age or what stage. Uh, if we we're talking about in respect to Liberia. Unfortunately, Liberia fought 14 years of civil war, right? So when it comes to the schooling in Liberia, the ages range it will be with various, unless these days where you will find smaller people with smaller ages in higher classes, but we still find it difficult to recover. So we deciding that we can start the entire career process from grade 10 to grade 12. That's what we're saying here. So from grade 10 to grade 12, these are people that will be a direct beneficial to the entire process. So at the age or at the grade 10 level, these are the time you see people actively involved in happenings in the society. These are the times you see people will start, understanding what the society is actually about. What are the different fields? What are the different fields of studies? And what are the different subjects? And that the world is actually faced with. So from grade 10, we start putting them and making them to understand. So before the person reach grade 12, they already choose and understand what they are trying to do, or what they're trying to go for, or what they want to make as a career. So we are actually running out of time. The number is printed on the screen right there. You can call to make your point. So I think, Harriet, with that, I think Ambrose is asking at what stage, at what stage. So I just told him that from grade 10, we will be taking our students for this identical process from grade 10. Ambrose. So while waiting for your call, time is already out, and we are here on the exchange forum tonight. We are discussing career planning. We are intending to launch. If you are just joining us, we want to say welcome from wherever you are. We are intending to launch a career program for young people back home in Liberia, where we're going to be engaging the young people, bringing people of different expertise around the world to speak to them, to teach them how to choose their career. Because the career issue is something very difficult. You feel that it will only affect the individual alone, the individual in questions alone. Mind you, it will not only affect the individual, because if the person barely, you know, manage to navigate through that field of study, at the end of the day, what's going to happen here is that it's going to bubble down to the society where the person will no longer be stable on the job. The person will not know the job because they don't have passion for the job. So, like we face, Liberia is faced with today, whole lot of irregularities. You go to some ministry, the minister is not there. You go to some hospital, you understand that the nurses are on their phone, they are doing different things. You go to the agricultural setting, oh yes, our sisters and brothers are there in white collar t-shirt, and just because the passion is not there, they were one way or the other forced, out of our peer, family members, and other things to join the entire uh, field of study. And on the other hand, unfortunately, if it doesn't go well with them, then we have a college drop out in the society. Why? Because of a lot of lack of career planning in our society. We hope to work, looking up to work with you guys so that we can achieve this. And we plan of achieving it by reaching out to our young people through our Google form that will be right after the launch of this program next week. We will officially launch this program next week on this platform. We will officially launch this program next week on this platform. So, Harry, we have been talking about career planning and career development. Time is already up. Can you give us your parting statement right there uh, on the exchange this time? We have probably 5 more minutes to go.
Okay. Like I said, career planning is all about interest, value. So, to my fellow Liberians, I say you should choose wisely and you should have interest in anything you do to become successful. To have a perfect career, you have to be interesting in whatsoever you do. That will become a great outcome to you and the society at large.
Yes, Shane, are you following? What could be your parting statement? Shane,
Are you guys getting me?
loud and clear.
Okay. Yes, I want to say out there to my fellow viewers that career is an occupation that one or a person have passion for and they have work hard to achieve those career goals, be it education, through education, training, job experience, and so forth. And I also want to encourage uh, those students out there, like Elijah earlier said that we're taking students from 10th to 12th grade, yeah, for career development program. I want to encourage you guys out there to partake in this program. It's going to help greatly, especially to our citizens back home in Liberia. It's going to serve as a witness to a lot of Liberians out there. Yeah, and also uh, Elijah said we are going to be launching this program next week. Next week, we encourage our viewers out there to follow because not only high school students, also even us who are in college or people who have plans of having one or two careers in life, it will also help them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was the voice of that was the voice That's the voice of Pana right there speaking to us, giving her parting statement on the issue. Time is already out. We want to say welcome to the exchange wheresoever you are. We want to say welcome to this uh, exchange forum where we come with uh, varieties of topics and people of diverse background to talk to us on issues affecting the uh, the student community as large. So on this note, we want to say thank you as we see you again in our next editions where we'll be launching our career planning program. Once again, we say thank you and we close up with this make a cigarette break for now. Say bye bye. Thank you.
Nembak mako, ulu kunjai ba. India.